it's almost like a journal of events. That'd be a good way to say it. And they all mean something to me. All these songs mean something to me. They come from a real place within me, and I think that comes through when you hear them. I think you can tell. I've always been able to tell if the singer believes what he's singing about, and if he don't, it's pretty clear to me.
I've drank a river.
Frowned upon. Like I care about pissing off America's Best Value in. Anyway, I mean, but, you know. Crowded at the Cracker Barrel. Outside of Nashville, Tennessee, in Franklin, the historic Sound Kitchen Studios. Let's head in there and make some magic. I've never heard a concept record in the way that we've put this together. It goes through all of the human emotions. It's a roller coaster of emotions, from sad to happy to pissed off to all of it. You know, it's really from beginning to end a story within itself, and I just think that's so cool. And you know, when we were writing songs for this record, we didn't intend on that happening, and then it ended up happening. So it's just a really cool thing, and it kind of just fell together. I was really just so lucky to have these great musicians that they've played on everything, and you know, a lot of friends of mine. I'm just really lucky to have worked with some really great people. They were the right musicians. They had the right feel. It's kind of like they could get inside my head.
And the works.
They really made the songs come to life, and I told them all, you know, they brought way more to the table than I ever could just by writing the song and singing it. It breathed a whole new life into these songs, and I'm really proud of this record more than anything I've ever done in my life.
But I'll make it there someday.
Very smart, very cerebral writer as far as his lyrics. I guess that's what leans me in toward that. The lyrics are smart. There's quite a few plays on words, depth lyrics that go really deep.
Well, I remember Larry called me up and said, "Hey man, I got this young guy that actually sings country music and wondering if you'd want to work." And I said, "Well, of course I do."
It's the same. It goes from the crowd that showed up for Lukenbach, Texas, and Willie and Waylon, and the kids that come out for Jason Aldean today.
What he says, he likes to be pointed in what he's saying, and his songs all have a direction and a message. And that's one of the things I really like about Andrew. He's driven to drive that message home, whatever he's saying, lyrically and musically.
She's broken up as broken down can get. She's 50 shades of what she can't forget.
Well, I've been coming to Muscle Shoals now for, I guess, 4 or 5 years. Naturally, being from the state of Alabama, I was drawn here because of, I guess, because all the wonderful things that's happened here and the cool stuff. But it was Martin Armour that actually was kind of the open invitation to come here.
We met probably about 4 years ago. He was aware of me because he's a country music fan, and especially of songwriting. So we decided to hook up. Our first write was here in Nashville at my publishing company, Noble Vision Music. After that, we started writing in my office in Muscle Shoals, which is at Cypress Moon Studio in Sheffield, actually, on the river, Tennessee River. And that was the second Muscle Shoals sound. Bob Dylan recorded in that building, Bob Seger, Julian Lennon, George Michael, Delbert McClinton. So it's a really cool vibe.
I don't know, I really think that there is something in the water. I heard Mick Jagger or Keith Richards say that one time, and I really think it's true. I get a feeling over here there's something on this river, and I definitely know what they're talking about because I haven't got that feeling anywhere else I've been.
There's something interesting or different about Andrew and myself when we get together. The lyrics turn out different than they do with anybody else I write with, and it's just it's hard to put a finger on. I would say sometimes the lines are deeply poetic but still understandable, and sometimes twisted and upside down, kind of like Bob Dylan. Wild lyric, but beautiful, and Joe Public can still get it.
I don't know that we could have written the same songs in Nashville as we have here. It seems like when we come here, it's always a little more out there stuff, which I'm a weird guy, and I'm pretty much go out there and stay out there. But we really can embrace our weirdism here. And James, you don't have to do a whole lot. You can kind of.
Well, Andrew has this thing that has the traditional in him, but he reaches his sound reaches the kids today.
That guitar is really a part of him. It's like an extra arm.
I remember just being blown away that I was around somebody as young as Andrew that was still cognizant of what country music was.
That's what drew me to him, and his voice is distinctive. And if you hear him, you're not going to have to wonder when it starts who's singing. And to me, that's what defines and makes an artist someone who's an individual, that people know who it is when they hear the song start and hear the voice start to sing.
He's got that little funky Allman Brothers rock edge going for him too. And when that mixes in with the country and the millennial type lyrics that are really deep and sort of akin, some of them leaning toward Jason Isbell and others in that vein, packs a triple punch.
This ain't the same world we used to live in. Another tragedy on every headline that I read. We need some peace and harmony, but that ain't what I see. Everything's changing but me.
Shit, I think you can stick a fork in that one. Damn. That felt good. What about y'all? Well, this record has been such a journey. We went in and just kind of did things how we wanted to do them. And it turned out to be really everything I had hoped for it turned out to be. We didn't set any limits or boundaries on production. We just kind of did stuff on the fly. You know, if Jesse had an idea or if I had an idea, we would just try it. And, you know, it was just really fun and no pressure. You know, this album to me, it's about the songs. That's what outlasts all of us, is the song. And I want to thank all the songwriters, you know, and all my friends that, the musicians that played on this record. I mean, you know, we couldn't have done it without you, that's for sure. We made a great record. Can't wait for you guys to hear it.